Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to New Zealand, which is Taronga Raceway Park, as we're getting set for race number 6 of the 4th season of the NR 2003 Red Bull GT Series. Getting ready to go racing here at Taronga Raceway Park. The Oreo Cup Series drivers took part at this track, and we're going to see how the Red Bull GT Series drivers will handle for 15 laps of racing. Of course, 5 laps less than the Oreo Cup Series race as far as that is concerned. Sarah Redmond starts on the pole position. Sarah Redmond comes this race 4th in the points, 2nd in the Rookie of the Year standings. She is alongside of Skylar Taylor, who jumped up a spot to 19th in the points. J Ard in row number 2. Jessie comes into this race in the, trying to find the 40 machine. She jumped up 11 spots to 11th in the points. And the driver I kind of failed for not putting in the field, good job on my brain, which is Shyla Askarov, which I was an asshole for not putting her in there. Fuck me. So that's what I get for karmic retribution. Anyway, Shyla Askarov in the 07, she is 30th in the points. She is currently a total of 18 points from 35th in the standings cut line. She needs a solid run. And Jochen Schmidt, the rookie points leader, rounds out your top 5. As we'll show you the rest of the starting lineup in just a second. Bradley Reim's the points leader by 15 points over Jared Johnson. Jochen Schmidt, if I am correct, making sure I did not forget if I didn't derp. Yep, I was right. Jochen Schmidt. He's the rookie points leader over the pole sitter, Sarah Redmond. Who is 28 points back, 22 back for the 77. Alexander Underwood is tied with Cody Goforth for 5th. Cody Goforth dropped 4 spots down to 6th. Mako Seaman, 38 points back in 7th. Ricky Cervantes, Kyler Anderson tied for 8th in the standings, even though both of them moved themselves in the top 10 in the points. And so did Kyle Langeland, who jumped up to 9 spots to 10th in the point stable. As we look at the rest of the lineup, Sean Art had problems in qualifying with a 1-minute lap time, and he will start in the last position. Of course, Sam Tenley didn't get the race here because, well, he was a go-or-go-homer. He didn't get the race. Since he's locked in, he doesn't have to worry about that, if you know what I mean. And everybody is rolling off. Going to make sure nobody has got any problems. As we're going to get set for 15 laps of racing here today. 15 laps doesn't seem like a lot, but this is a 1.5-mile road course, so it'll take a while for these drivers to get 1 lap completed around this track. Coming through the elbow for the final time, you'll see the track map over here. Got the loop, Castrol, Spectator Bank, the S's, Hairpin, Brickyard, and the elbow we just went through. And the green flag is out. The inaugural race in the Red Bull GT Series at New Zealand is underway, making sure nobody had any issues, and nobody had issues. Sweet. Two ladies leading us to green. Actually, it was a female. First 2 rows were all female drivers. The 77 was the first male driver we had to get back to. That's kind of an interesting stat. Ooh, Shyla, that was close there, honey bunny, and got a wreck in the back. Yellow's out. Oh, they're wrecking everywhere. Oh, no. Sean Art spins out. That's a spin knowledge for Sean. Dana Monroe got collected. Henrietta Fitzwater involved. So did Bradley Reim, the points leader. Addison Peterson's involved. Timo Mauser, Ponzo Albanus. They are wrecking like flies. John Schmidt. Trinity Lee's all battered up in the 23. Ricky Cervantes all torn up. And the yellow is out for the first time today. Skylar Taylor led us to our first caution of the day on lap number 1. So the yellow's out for the first time today. Let's jump back and look at a replay to see what in the world happened. The points leader, Bradley Reim, collected, as we didn't even complete a lap here in New Zealand. All right, let's just use the helicopter for these replays. 3 wide there. Bradley Ream gets into the 20 of Yogan Smith, and then he comes up and gets Henrietta Fitzwater, took both of them in the tire wall. And remember, Bradley Ream came this race as the points leader. What a miserable start for Henrietta Fitzwater. D Monroe got spun around. Who did she collect? Oh, it was Ricky Cervantes. Cervantes just right rear hooked Dana Monroe, collected Ponzo Albanus, Annie Crenshaw. Sean got clipped by the 01, courtesy of the 3 of Sebastian Palmer. And then what happens with Addie Peterson? Because she got turned. Let's find the 9. Oh, that's why. So it looks like Albanus hits Timo Mauser, gets John Schmidt. And then Addie Peterson gets hit by Ricky Cervantes, and that flips the 9 upside down. Trinity Lee hits her teammate. Almost collected Timo Mauser in the process. Good night, Charlie Brown. So that's definitely what brought out the caution for the first time today. A lot of drivers torn up, including this guy, Bradley Ream. And remember, he came in this race as the points leader. The guy that was trying to run him down for the points lead, J Ard Johnson. We'll see what happens when we get back to the restart here at New Zealand. Looks like we made it back in time before they went green on lap number 4 of 15. That'll give us 12 laps of racing to go. Skylar Taylor is the leader. Sarah Redmond second. Jessie Ard third. Shyla Askarov in fourth. Yogan Schmidt in fifth. Kasumi Takashi in sixth. Emma Kaiser seventh. Jared Johnson second in points eighth. Sam Tenley in ninth. And Kyler Anderson will complete your top 10. Drivers out from that incident, Ricky Cervantes, and then the 2 DVR girls of Trinity Lee and Addison Peterson. Addison Peterson, 17th in points. This was not what she needed. Trinity Lee, 14th in the points table. As we're back to green, and Ricky Cervantes was top 10 in the points, so he's going to really take a hit in the standings. Green flag back in the air. 39 drivers on track and on the lead lap. Redmond took the turn too wide. They're 3 wide. That's not a good idea. Oh, and there goes Redmond. J Ard in the wall. Oh, they're wrecking Oh, big wreck. Harmon's in the wall. Oh, the big one strikes at New Zealand. Jared Johnson, second in points, was collected, and they're not done piling in. Bianchi's torn up. Just like that, the caution's out for the second time today. Kaiser's all torn up. Campbell Marsh, Maddie Crenshaw. There's our pole sitter. You knew 3 wide was not going to work. And this time we get a lot of cars torn up. Crenshaw's smoking. Shyla Askarov was involved. Josh Harmon and poor Henrietta Fitzwater. Her husband did not make the race. Chaz Farmer's all torn up. Caution's out for the second time today. We are probably going to go red to clean up this track. And let's jump back, look at the replay to see what happened. Because of the debris field, which is coming through the S's, the Red Bull GT officials had displayed the red flag. So there was a lot of debris. Let's sort all this puzzle out. Shyla's going to get Jessie Ard into Sarah Redmond. And I said 3 wide was not going to work. Poor Sarah Redmond gets sent into the tires. Kaiser gets Jared Johnson second in points. Someone got Josh Harmon sent into the tire wall. Chaz Farmer, Maddie Crenshaw got torn up. We'll look at the Maddie Crenshaw incident in just a second. Let's see, Campbell Marsh did the same thing, except he didn't go 3 wide. Lizette Armstrong got taken out by another DVR driver. That would be Elena Aurora. Sent those cars into the tire wall. Boy, we're not going to have a lot of drivers after this one. Chaz Farmer got sent into the tire wall, but Kaiser went in there first. And see, when Kaiser sees that, she swerves to the left, collects Jared Johnson. Don't think Jared Johnson's going to be happy with Kaiser. Kaiser goes into the tire wall there. Chaz Farmer tries to avoid Kaiser, hits the tire wall. So did Maddie Crenshaw. So did Lizette Armstrong. But it ain't over yet. As who was that way up the distance in the tire wall? I think that was Bianchi. Yes, it was. How did he get How did he go off the track? Oh, he made contact. Who was that? That was Takashi, sorry. Also booted Reagan Whitlock out of the way. I don't think Bianchi's going to be happy about that. Boy, Captain Frank's two drivers got collected in that. If I'm not mistaken, I think the 10 Vanko Siemens got damaged. Who did he hit? Oh, he was a part. Okay, he was a part of the Josh Harmon incident. Oh, he was the one. Okay, I'm mistaken. It was Seaman and Aurora got together. I'm sorry. Boy, my DVR drivers have been involved in it. Yeah, see, Kaiser, or Takashi, sorry, is in the grass and just boink the 98 in the tire wall. So that's two of Captain Frank's drivers who were torn up in this wreck. Bradley Ream got through somehow. Of course, remember, he was the points leader, and Jared Johnson was trying to take advantage of... Oh! Shyla then pulled into Sebastian Palmer. Okay, I didn't see this part. Yeah, Shyla, do you know the sentence, not clear? Oh, she got on the grass. Okay, so she got on the grass trying to avoid Bianchi, and then pulled into Sebastian Palmer. I don't think Seb's going to be happy with Shyla there. Looks like Seb just gets the tire wall just a little bit. I think Shyla's going to be okay. But man, the caution's out for the second time today. We're only on lap number 5 of this race. Let's get to the restarts. They have withdrawn the red flag, and we're back to caution here in New Zealand. We'll be at lap number 7 of 15, so we'll be past half distance. Skylar Taylor still leader. Jogan Schmidt is second. Sam Tenley third. Kyler Anderson fourth. John Smith the fourth is fifth. Alexander Underwood sixth. Reggie Fogleman seventh. Logan Williams eighth. Ninth, Cody Goforth. And Cody Smart completes your top 10. Cody's another driver who also took part in this race. Drivers out after that incident. Emma Kaiser, Sarah Redmond, second of the Rookie of the Year standings. She was the gal that was trying to run down the 77 of Jogan Schmidt for the rookie points lead. That's not going to happen. Chaz Farmer, Josh Harmon, Lane Aurora, Maddie Crenshaw, Lizette Armstrong are out of the race. They joined Ricky Cervantes, Addison Peterson, and Trinity Lee, who have gone back behind the wall and out of the race. As we're going to go back to green, I think we can safely say Lizette Armstrong is going to have to qualify her way in our next race in 2 weeks. As we are back to green here in New Zealand. Of course, there are no lap cars, and all restarts are single file. Boy, a lot of drivers who came in running well in points really did not need something like this to happen to them, so we're going to definitely have a point shakeup heading into our next race in 2 weeks at New Zealand. As John Smith, the fourth's off, crash in the back. Who was that off? In the tire wall, and they're wrecking again. Kyler Anderson in the wall. Bradley Ream's done. Jared Johnson got swept up into it. Jonathan Wong. Is that Schmidt? Yes, it is. Sean Arts collected. Jonathan Wong. Caution is out one more time. As if we cannot get a green flag lap in. And I don't think Skylar Taylor minds because she's out front leading this race. So the caution is out one more time. Let's jump back, look at a replay one more time as we're already now past the halfway point here at New Zealand. Well, looks like the S has claimed its next victim. J Fogleman looks like he overdrove the S's a bit wide, and he's going to clip Kyler Anderson, send both of them into the tire wall right there. Fogleman's going to continue on. I don't know if Kyler Anderson and Timo Mauser is going to get involved. But then how did Jonathan Wong, we'll look at the Bradley Reim incident in just a second. How did Jonathan Wong spin out? That's what I can't figure out. Let's go to helicopter. Let's see. Wow, he just lost it on his own. Was there oil on the track from the second yellow? I have no clue. Oh my goodness, who was that just snuck through? Andrew Williams. There's Sean Art getting involved. Same with John Schmidt. There's the top two in the point standings that got involved. That would be Jarrett Johnson and Bradley Reim, the top two in the championship. See, I think Bradley Reim's trying to avoid the incident. He swept up the guy that was trying to run him down for the points lead. Oh boy, Jarrett Johnson and Bradley Reim. Looks like Bradley Reim's day is done. I don't know if Jarrett Johnson's going to continue, but boy, the top two in the championship that have had troubles today. And goodness me. And Jochen Schmidt could take the points lead between those two, as far as that's concerned, because he's not running into trouble, but a lot of as Andrew Williams got stuck in the grass. Of course, he missed the wreck, but he got stuck in the grass and looks like he had to slow down to avoid a penalty or something. But a lot of drivers who came in running well in points did not need something like this to happen to them. As the caution's out one more time, let's get to restart one more time. Well, I have no hope we are going to get a green flag run going the way this is going. We're going to go back to green on lap 10 of 15. Drivers out from this incident, surprisingly, only 4. J Fogleman, Jonathan Wong, Bradley Reim, the points leader, will finish in 31st, and Sean Art. And then they joined the rest of those drivers back behind the wall as a result. Top 10 as we go back to green. Skylar Taylor leads. Jochen Schmidt second, Sam Tenley third, Alexander Underwood fourth, Logan Williams fifth, John Smith the fourth is sixth, Cody Smart seventh, Cody Goforth eighth, Kasumi Takashi ninth, and Eric Alpha completes the top 10. Good run for Eric Alpha, driver who comes outside the top 35. And of course, he made the race. He came in this race 36 in the points. I think this will definitely get him back in the top 35 as a result. And of course, our next race in 2 weeks, we're going to have 2 races at Sweden because we're going to make this fair and make sure Courtney Lynn gets a start just for the heck of it. Green flag back in the air. How many of you bet we're not going to get 1 lap of green in? Oh boy, I sound like Lance Andrews from the Master Cup Series. Not confident in my ability. Of course, Skylar Taylor's led the entire race. Remember, this is third in the points. Okay, top 2 get through. Are we Nope, there goes Mauser in the tire wall. And that didn't bring out the yellow to my surprise. Mauser and Bianchi back there. And surprise, surprise, we get a green flag lap in. Which is kind of surprisingly. I thought that was going to be a yellow for a second, but they didn't throw the caution. Kind of surprised there, but hey, we'll take it. I can tell you this. It's really going to shake up the top 35, and the caution's out again. And they came to the line with 4 to go. Who was involved in this yellow? Trying to see if anybody's on pit road. Looks like we found our victim, Reagan Whitlock, who came in this race 35th in the points. He could fall out of the top 35 after today. And who was that involved? Vanko Siemens involved, so. And they took the caution, I believe, with 4 laps of racing to go. I do not know if we'll go back to green. We'll find that out in a minute, as we'll find out, first of all, what didn't bring out the yellow. Then we'll see what brought out the yellow here at New Zealand. Boy, if you're Captain Frank, you're going to have an absolute nightmare after this, as Lucian Bianchi and Timo Mauser got together again. Oh boy, I don't think Captain Frank is going to be too pleased about that. Whoa, Sebastian Palmer nearly hit Andrew Williams there. That was almost a yellow. But if you're a team owner like Captain Frank, besides me, this is the absolute last thing you want to see is any of your drivers taking each other out. Fortunately for them, they got a caution, which we're going to see what really caused the yellow next lap. Well, Reagan Whitlock was the victim as far as this yellow. That's the 20 of Jogan Smith. And he overdrove the corner and whammo into the tire wall. Andy Crenshaw gives Kyle Langeland a bit of a shot there. And then Andrew Williams spins out, and poor Vanko Seaman gets sent into the grass and kablamo in the tire wall. So that's what brought out the yellow for the 4th time in this race. And boy, tough break for Vanko Seaman. But Reagan Whitlock, 35th in the standings. I think he could be in danger of dropping out of the top 35. So the caution's out. We'll see if we're going to go back to green here at New Zealand. Looks like we're going to have a green-white checker to finish up this race. Also, we received report Timo Mauser fell a lap down. It looks like he came to pit road before that caution came out, so he got trapped a lap down. Reagan Whitlock, Vanko Seaman now out of the race. So we will have a green-white checker. If the caution comes out before we take the white, the race will end under the yellow flag. So it's Skylar Taylor, Jogan Schmidt, Alexander Underwood, Sam Tenley, Logan Williams, John Smith IV, Cody Goforth, Kasumi Takashi, Cody Smart, and Eric Alpha, your top 10 as we get ready for a green-white checker to finish up today's race here at New Zealand. If you're Skylar Taylor, you need to either see the white flag or the yellow so you can win this race. Green flag back in the air. She has led the entire race, believe it or not. I'll go ahead and mention this real quickly, even though I may not have a chance to do this. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association to Blue Hedgehog TV for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast or retransmission or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast, as there's the caution, that will definitely end this race. Descriptions or accounts of this race without the express written consent of the World Racing Association of Blue Hedgehog TV is prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV wants to thank you fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's Wreckfest of a broadcast. As Bianchi's involved, Jogan Smith, Henrietta Fitzwater, Dana Monroe, John Schmidt's involved, and that will definitely end this race under the yellow flag, and that was coming to the white flag for Skylar Taylor. So as long as she doesn't have any issues, as Andrew Williams is slow, Alexander Underwood's torn up, John Smith IV also involved, and a lot of damage to Sam Tenley's car, but it looks like he's going to more than likely finish the race. As, whoa, Cody Goforth getting stuck in the air. Who in the world was he stuck under? That was Takashi. And Takashi's got a lot of damage. What on earth just happened? I've never seen that ever on this game. Oh, and Takashi has a lot of damage. Oh, no. I have seen crazy things on NR2003, especially what I saw from Elijah's video of recent. But whoa, getting into Cody Smart there. Not sure what that was all about. Oh my goodness. And I think the 27's got a problem. Or is he trying to let the, yeah, 27's got an issue. Oh my word. This race has been an absolute bizarre. As we got more drivers struggling as Cody Smart. I'm not sure what this is all about. Cody Smart's going to get back in line, and Skylar Taylor is going to win one of the most bizarre races I've ever seen on this game. And that's going to screw Cody Goforth out of a solid run. And we're going to look back at a replay to find out what caused this final caution of the race before we get to your official finish results. I kind of figured this was going to end the race under the yellow. We've seen this all day today as Sam Tinley runs into Alexander Underwood. Unfortunately, and John Smith IV got a piece of this, so I don't know where this is going to put John Smith IV after today. But goodness me. And, oh, there's Bianchi in the tire wall. Who sent Bianchi in the tire wall there? As Henrietta Fitzwater spun out. We'll look at that in just a second. I think it might have been Palmer. Yep, Palmer did. And whammo. And let's see. Henrietta Fitzwater got spun by John Schmidt. Don't think the home crowd's going to be happy about that. D Monroe got a piece of this. There's Andrew Williams all the way through the grass. And then almost took out the 99. And in the tire wall he goes. That's the second time he's cut the track. And then I want to see this bizarre thing with Cody Goforth. Because, see, here he is getting ready to cross the line in fourth. But this is probably one of the most bizarre incidents I've ever seen. Okay, so they already took the caution here. And, wow, look like who was that in front of the 77? Look at this. Look at this, folks. I've never seen that ever on NR 2003 in my life. Look at that. The 7184 glitched through, and they're on top of each other. Holy cow. I've never seen that in my life. This is a slow-mo on the onboard. Look at that. Glitches through Cody Goforth. And then whammo. I have never, on this channel, or seen it in any other people's series, have I seen something like this happen on the last lap of the race. Oh my god. That is insane. I've never seen that ever in this game. And you got to feel it for Cody Goforth and Takashi finished the race. Cody Goforth finished the lap down. So let's take you to your official finisher results and figure out what the hell we just got done doing in this race. Good grief. Well, I don't know what to say about that. That was one of the most bizarre incidents I've ever seen in my time covering this series. And look at the carnage and the attrition rate it just took. But Skylar Taylor, I don't think cares about that because she's in victory lane celebrating. This is really going to help Skylar Taylor in the points table. As she came in this race, what did she came in this race? She was 19th in the points. She'll be maybe inside the top 10 after this is all said and done. Goodness me. Jochen Schmidt finished second. He finished ahead of Jared Johnson and Bradley Reim, so he will more than likely not only keep the rookie points lead, he will more than likely take the points lead heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Sweden. Logan Williams will get third. Kasumi Takashi, despite all that damage he got, came home fourth, although there's going to be some questions about what the hell happened on the last lap of the deal. I bet Takashi really feels bad for Cody Goforth, who finished in 16th, and you got to feel bad for Cody Goforth. Was going to finish in the top 5 until that incident happened. I bet you Cody Goforth and Takashi are probably going to be asking each other, going, "What the hell just happened in this race?" Cody Smart benefits with 5th. Well, you can blame NR2003 for that. Kyle Langeland 6th. Andy Crenshaw 7th. Ponzo Albanus, Shyla Askarov, well, DVR salvaged something out of this day, and J Ard completes the top 10. This lady right here just got away from 35th in the standings, just like that. But look at all of the drivers who retired. Sam Tenley, Takashi, well, Takashi had damage, and nothing that Takashi could have done or Cody Goforth. I mean, that could have been really avoided, in my honest opinion. But you can blame the AI on this track, so I'm not going to put any fault on Goforth or Kasumi Takashi. As you look on down through the remainder of the what the hell just happened finishing results, I didn't realize Jogan Smith had a puncture as he came on 22nd. Timo Mauser somehow finished 21st after this. WTF, this is even worse than the Oreo Cup Series season opener at Daytona, of all places. And all these other drivers, unfortunately, got taken out. But I don't know where to begin to describe this. I think the points got a major shake it up. And I want you guys to tell me in the comments section what on earth we just witnessed between the 84 and the 71. And there's not going to be any penalties because that was just a bizarre racing deal, but I've never seen that ever on NR 2003, where two cars glitch under the yellow flag, may I add. And boy, I really feel bad for Takashi. I bet she and Cody Goforth are just going to have a peaceful conversation. I don't think Cody Goforth won't be upset with Takashi, but to be fair, that was one of the most bizarre incidents I've ever seen. This should count as a low cow of the week, in the words of Cody Smart. But hope you enjoyed this bizarre what on earth race here at New Zealand. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew. Today we showed your full finish results. What the hell did it do? The points is down in the description heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Sweden. We'll see you guys for Chloe Ericsson's home race in Sweden at Gothenburg. Until then, I've been Dieterville signing off. Goodbye from New Zealand. Let's go to Sweden. Hopefully it will be a lot better races. You've been watching another broadcast of the World Racing Association, the greatest racing since 2013, and say the words, what the hell just happened?